Welcome to the Classic Car Enthusiast. I've done caulked the underside and I've stone chipped it, which I'll turn over in a minute. When I pick the camera up I'll turn it over and show it to you. And I've bought some more stone chip because I ran out. I used two smaller cans on it. The stone chip I've bought now is actually white because I need the majority of it for the XKs, and they're going to be white. They're going to be Old English white, both of them, which is their original colour from Jaguar. And so, you know, it just obviously makes sense if you can to use you can get black, grey, dark grey and white, I guess a few other colours, red, I don't know, in the stone chip. I mean, if you're going to do a dark colour, then it doesn't really matter what you put on. But if you're going to bring a light colour on, obviously it's going to help. It's the coverage, the amount of paint you put on is going to make the difference, but it's better if it's lighter. The other thing with lighter colours, like for instance, this is a beige primer which I use for my E-Type, and it was some leftover that I had, and the one we got from Audi for the XKs is grey, and the high build is grey. So for a white car it's not so good. It would be better if it was a lighter colour. So I will finish them, and then they will get another coat when they go to the painters, and then rub down and you know, and so on and so forth. They'll do high builds and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so just want to let you see what we've been up to. So this caulking. So like I said, you definitely want to be putting gloves on because this is such a messy job. It's it really is awful, and stuff just sticks to your skin like it's no tomorrow. Anyway, so you don't need any instructions on caulking. It's pretty basic stuff, but I just wanted to show you how well these guns work. The control on them is pretty good, so you can see. Hopefully you can see there. I'll do a little line. I've already used this so that the nose is a bit, and you can see I can actually operate the trigger quite slowly, or I can obviously hold it back and put a bigger bead in. What you want to be doing with the Air ones is make sure you've always got a rag as well for cleaning up. But what you can do is make sure that just before you come to the end of the scene you shut the air off a little bit quicker, or a bit before it. So I'll start here. So I'll just bring you over and let you have a look at this bit. You can probably see it now. And then obviously what you can do is you can just put your finger on it and then spread it in. If you want to get it a little nicer, you can just put a bit of thinners on your finger and spread it. For instance, I've got quite a bit there in the corner, but I wanted to get that gap filled. And you can see there, actually there's a bit of weld there, something to be careful of. So I'll just go along them all. You don't need to do this, but I always find that it just smooths it out a little bit nicer. for when you put the shuts on, and it does push it into the where you might have a gap or possibly of water coming in, water ingress. But you don't need to do it, it's just your own preference. But you can see here, in fact I'll leave this one here so you can see how, and in fact I'll just push it in. But you can see how easy you can get it on. So I'll just take this off so I can pick the camera up. So what I'll do with this is I'm obviously going to just do the floor to the back piece. Obviously the inside is not going to be done because that will just be repainted anyway. So like I say, just always keep a rag with it because it is quite messy stuff. And I'll pick the camera up and I'll turn it over for you. I'll pick the camera up and show you what we've done. Good. So, yeah, so as you can see, unfortunately the camera, oh sorry not the camera, but the light is right at the back. I'll move it out of the way. Just a second. Okay, so you can see there, I've got it up into the corner. It's right